Hi, we're Richard and Jackie from Early Retirement Wanderlust. If you've seen any of our previous videos, you will know that we are currently on a 7-week backpacking trip around Thailand.
And as we go along, if we stay at any hotels that we think are real gems, we thought we would do a review. So this one is an absolute cracker. We are at the Chic Lipe on the island of Koh Lipe. So the Chic Lipe is actually classed as a hostel rather than a hotel. It does have standard double rooms, such as the one that we're in, and it also has quite a big range of hostel accommodation with different types of dorms. It's got double bedroom dorms, it's got single room dorms, and they all share really lovely bathrooms, which are at the end of the corridor. It is a really new building. I think it was done in the last 2 or 3 years, and you can tell that it is just still at a really high standard. It's actually one of the nicest accommodations that we've stayed in so far in Thailand.
It's located on the small island of Koh Lipe, and we've actually been on the island for a few days now, and we've stayed in another resort, and I'll put the link up there as to what we experienced in a different part of the island. But Koh Lipe is just absolutely idyllic. It is your absolute vision of a tropical island. It's tiny and it's located about as far south in Thailand as you can actually get.
As with most of the accommodation that we've booked so far on our Thai journey, we booked this through booking.com. It was £56 for the double room, and it comes complete with a really good breakfast. The dormitories that have double beds in them are £25 per bed, and the single sex dormitories are £16 per person. I don't think they include breakfast, but it would be worth paying extra if you wanted it.
We are in an absolute standard double room, and as you can see, it is absolutely enormous. It's beautiful. The decor is done in a very un-Thai way. It's a really contemporary industrial feel, and it just really works. It's got little accents of wood. The bathroom is just beyond belief. And that's a suitable segue to cut to Rate My Shower. Welcome to the Chic Lipe Hostel on Koh Lipe. As you can see, it's a huge contemporary designed bathroom suite with walk-in shower. There is a mixture of traditional wood furniture with industrial features. A traditional but albeit modern stainless steel bum gun. A good range of quality complementary toiletries, a beautiful shower area with a traditional hot water system. Note the industrial lighting and underlighting, a lovely antique look soap holder. Finally, in Thailand, a quality hook feature. A nice touch of additional bathroom accessories including shower caps and rather uniquely toothbrushes. So overall, strengths all across the board with minor deductions for the shower head and a rather slow draining process. Overall, a very impressive and well-deserved 48 out of 50 for the Chic Lipe Hostel on Koh Lipe.
Something that we've quickly decided that we would like in most of the accommodations that we stay in is aircon. So it has a really good unit that has kept us really nice and cool when we come back from our beach adventures.
In terms of it being a modern hotel, it has got all the facilities that you would expect within the room. So it's got a fridge. Interestingly, it's got a stocked fridge, which doesn't seem to be too expensive in terms of a minibar. We haven't used it, we just used it for keeping the water cool. You do get your traditional 2 bottles of water a day just for drinking, which works out really well.
It's got a safe, which we do like to have because we want to keep our valuables locked up while we go to the beach for the day. It has got a TV. We haven't switched it on, so I don't know whether you can get Netflix on it or not. We just don't watch TV.
And a really interesting one, with the hotel being so modern, it's actually got USB points straight into the plug sockets, which is great for international travellers.
And finally, there is a kettle and tea and coffee making facilities, which is great.
As we said, we got this accommodation on a bed and breakfast basis, and the breakfasts are really impressive.
So we've gone for the American breakfast both mornings, which comes with eggs any way that you like it. We've chosen to have scrambled eggs, which are great because they come with all the veggies diced into it, which has been lovely. And it comes with a plate of fruit and pastries, orange juice, coffee. So there's as much food as you need.
And it's a really nice start to the day. It's a bit of a no-brainer because the last thing we want to be doing is having to get up and going and sourcing some breakfast. So it makes the start of the day really easy. The restaurant then continues to open throughout the day. It's not the cheapest, but it's certainly not expensive by Western standards, and you can get a whole range of pizzas and Thai-based foods. One thing we were really surprised at really was how cheap the drinks were in the restaurant.
Yeah, both in the restaurant and actually in the fridge in our bedrooms. The things like the beers and the Cokes are actually cheaper than buying them from the 7-Eleven, which was quite interesting. Going back to downstairs, the communal areas are absolutely beautiful in this hotel. It's one of the reasons we chose it. We saw online that it had pool tables and just loads of different sort of sofa chairs and places to chill out. And it doesn't get very busy, which I'm surprised, but we are still in low season. But I can imagine if it's high season and there's lots of travellers backpacking around, it would have a great atmosphere down there.
Yeah, it's really light and airy. The side walls are completely opened up to the elements, so you get the breeze blowing through. You've got fans going on all day. There is coffee shop, and interestingly there's also a library.
I was really excited. There was one book that I wanted to buy to come out here and I refused to pay the full £10 that I saw in the W.H. Smiths at the airport, and it was in the library, so I've got the book that I wanted to read. And we've found that along quite a few of the different hotels that we've been in. There's just been a little bit of a book exchange, which is great.
We mentioned previously that it is also a dual facility in terms of it's also a hostel. So for the people that are staying in the hostel, there is a communal kitchen, which is a beautiful, clean, modern facility. Got a fridge in there, it's got a kettle in there, and it's got everything you could possibly need for being an independent backpacker.
We really like the bathrooms. You have to go through the bathrooms to get to the laundry facilities, which we'll come to in a minute, but it's got really clean showers in there. It's a really high standard of shared washroom accommodation, which if we were backpacking as individuals, I would be really pleased about. And as you go through the bathrooms, you get to the laundry facilities. There are 2 washing machines. They're only 60 baht, which is about £1.50 to do a load of washing. And they've got loads of drying racks. So we've already done a couple of loads of washing, catching up with everything.
In terms of where the hostel is located on the island, it's not the prettiest district, but it does have some advantages as to where it's located. It's a 2-minute walk to the walking street, which means that you are away from the crowds, but you are in an area that is not quite as pretty as other parts of the island.
There are a couple of restaurants literally 30 seconds across the street that we haven't used, but they are always busy, popular, and the food looks really nice. And actually, although we're not on the beachfront, it is probably no more than 3 minutes walk either way. It's a small island to get to 2 very nice beaches. So as we've already said, this is probably one of the nicest accommodations that we've stayed at in Thailand so far. The Chic Lipe Hostel, I would definitely recommend it.
We've had a lovely time here and it has felt like a little touch of luxury. And I probably go a step further in the fact that it's probably one of the nicest hotels we've ever stayed in anywhere, really.
Yeah, if we were going to rate it, we would definitely give it a 10 out of 10.
So that's it from us. Hope you've enjoyed our little review and we will catch you next time. See you later. Bye.
Bye.